Consider also the price of oil, which leaped more than 9% in a single day the moment the blockade began, a number that tells its own story about how thoroughly the enemy's lifeline has been severed.
It also tells a story about every merchant fleet in the world suddenly afraid to sail near the Gulf at all, which is a curious definition of victory if half the planet's shipping insurance rates are the collateral damage.
Collateral damage to commerce has always accompanied decisive war, Arthur. From my blockade of Britain to the blockade of the American South decades later, and history remembers the strategy, not the shipping premiums that came with it.
History also remembers that your own admiral at Trafalgar lost more than his flagship trying to break my country's blockade, so perhaps we ought to be careful whose maritime record we are boasting about this particular afternoon.
And I will remind you that economic pressure is measured in more than shipping premiums. Duke, food prices inside Iran have tripled since this war began. Eggs alone have climbed by roughly 340%, which is precisely the kind of pressure that forces a government's hand eventually.
Or precisely the kind of pressure that forces a hungry population to hate whichever side it blames for the empty shelves. And I would not assume that blame travels only in the direction you prefer, Napoleon.